What's up, everybody? This is Kevin.
I'm George.
And this is our coverage of Afflictions.
Our preview of Affliction.
Day
of Reckoning.
Coverage, preview, whatever you want to call it. Most important thing is that we're going to be, once we start this forum, you know, you can leave your comments, but we want you guys to go over to uncutsports.com, go to our forum, and join, because we'll be talking a lot about MMA, all types of sports.
I think this should be called Day of Reckoning, because I have a feeling this is going to be a top to bottom, just nasty card.
Right.
But let's start at, not technically the bottom, but let's start at the first fight more than likely you'll see on TV.
Right.
And for you people who have HDNet fights, there's going to be preliminary fights that you can see for free. So tune in to HDNet fights before the main event, before the pay-per-view is supposed to air, which is probably 10, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably sometime around there.
So I imagine about 8, 9 o'clock, you're going to get fights on the HDNet fights. But anyway, the first fight is going to be Babalu Sobral versus Sokoju.
Babalu sitting at 30-7 is going to be fighting Sokoju, who is sitting at 5-3. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, and you can slap me if I say something stupid. Get that pimp hand ready, because this guy, Sokoju, I mean, obviously he's a great fighter. Anybody who fights in this arena is a great fighter, but he's sitting at 5-3. He's struggled. You know, and he struggled with this conditioning. Like, once I think if this fight goes into the second round, and you said it, what do you think?
I think Babalu just needs to weather the storm.
Yeah.
Sokoju comes out fast. He throws lots of punches and knees, and usually by the end of the first round,
he's kind of breathing hard.
Yeah, he's
that's when somebody's like, yes, right. I mean,
that's how I see it going down. I think if this goes 2 rounds, it's on Babalu.
Right.
But if Babalu can slip and catch him, I'm going with Babalu regardless.
I'm going with Babalu. I agree with everything you said. I'm going to go with Babalu. I think, with all that being said, if Sokoju can attack quickly and land something, and like you said, Babalu can't weather that storm, then he could be in trouble.
Right.
I don't think it's going to happen.
On to the next fight. Vitor, I'm so impressive in my last fight, Belfort, and I'm riding a three-fight win streak into this fight now. But he's running into Matt Lindland, who fights for Team Quest and has an impressive record.
Yeah, Matt Lindland is a straight beast. I mean, his only losses since 04 have come from
Fedor
and Rampage Jackson, and 2 champions. If
you got 5 losses and those 2 are on your loss side, that's not that bad.
You're a pretty nasty fella. Now, with all that being said,
you're a nasty
fella. Vitor Belfort is an incredible talent. Yeah. But you don't know who's showing up. Now, I'm going to tell you what. If you get the Vitor Belfort that is just
showed up in that first,
like the Tasmanian devil, and will just fire somebody, then yeah, Lindland can have his hands full. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, I mean, you got to look at these records. You got to look at who's been consistent, who's not been consistent. I got to probably go with Lindland.
You know, I think Lindland's going to win probably in the 2nd to 3rd round. Vitor is very cautious in his last fight out. Vitor's been ultra aggressive. One of the highlights you see is him running across the ring in UFC and pounding Vanderlei in the face. I mean, that's one of the highlights you always see. But if you saw Belfort in his last fight, he's very cautious, very methodical, moving around, picking his places. I don't think you can do that with Lindland. I think he's going to have to jump on Lindland quick if he wants to win this. But I'm personally going with Lindland because he's been more of a consistent fighter.
I think that old Belfort that was so aggressive reminded me of a young Mike Tyson in the ring. It was just so crazy and so much aggression that people didn't know how to just handle it.
Right.
And you're seeing a different fighter now. I think this puts the ball over in Lindland's court. I just think he's going to get the edge on it. Anyway, moving on to my boy.
I think this is going to be the fight of the night.
This is probably going to be the fight of the night.
I mean, I think you can literally walk in the ring, draw a line. Barnett's going to put his foot here. Evel's going to put his foot there, and they're just going to punch each other in the face.
Yes. I've always liked Josh Barnett as a fighter. I think he's got a great all-around game. He's got great stand-up.
What's his record? 6-3?
Josh Barnett? 22-5. And Big Gil he's fighting is 35-12-1. Like George said, I mean, this...
they're going to stand there and punch each other in the face.
Yeah, and this guy that Barnett is fighting is a puncher, man. He hasn't lost a fight since 06.
I'm going with Evel.
Are you going with Evel? I'm going to...
I think Barnett's head is made of concrete, but I think Evel's got the sledgehammer. He's going to break it.
I'm going to go... I'm not going to go against my boy Barnett. I love this guy as a fighter. I think he's a great fighter. I'm going to go with Josh Barnett. You guys can come back and give me a rest shit if homie gets knocked out.
Now...
the headliner that everybody has been so waiting for.
Whoa. Fedor versus Arlovski.
Yes.
I don't know. If Fedor's going to pick it, I don't know. I don't.
Fedor is so good at everything. I mean, he's got great hands. You look at the last fight when he fought Sylvia. He just crushed him with his hands in 36 seconds. I mean, you know if he took it to the ground, he would have put him in an armbar and it would have been over with.
Well, he put him in a rear naked choke.
Yeah, once he crushed him in the face about 50 times.
Oh, yeah.
Still looked like a drunk coming out the bar.
Wow. He
now,
said that, not me.
Yeah, because I know I can't fuck with any of you guys. And unfortunately, James is not editing this, so we don't have the disclaimer rolling in the background. Anyway, Arlovsky has been training with Freddie Roach, so his hands are going to be on fire.
Right.
He's actually going to have some good...
Probably going to have footwork, going to have his hands up. Like Quentin, I would expect him to try to block punches, but I'm going to tell you right now, Fedor just... Oh, his hands are so
heavy. They're heavy as shit. I mean, it's like he's throwing cinder blocks.
Yeah.
You know, if Arlovsky, if he can have good footwork, you know, and carry a fight kind of like Evans, where he's just bouncing around the ring and he's just sticking Fedor, then he stands a chance against Fedor. I think if he gets too close, it's over. I think if it goes to the ground, it's over. I think his best bet is just to almost outbox Fedor. I don't think Fedor is going to allow that to happen because
he'll take him down.
He'll take him down. He doesn't allow much.
He's so smart, so calm, so reserved. He doesn't show any emotion on his face. If he's hurt, you don't know it. If he's winning, you don't know it.
Yep.
And it's hard for me to bet against Fedor, but if there's a fight that Fedor could lose, this might be it.
Right.
With that said, I'm still going with Fedor because me personally, I can't bet against that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody can bet against him. He's probably the best pound for pound fighter out
there. One of the things he also participates is in Sambo, I think.
Sambo, yeah. That's if you guys aren't familiar with Sambo, that's basically it's just so many little ankle locks, everything, just submissions and locks. I mean, it's
and he lost. He finally lost, and from what I understand, that's what he takes serious. He doesn't take this very serious. Well, not too serious. I mean, hell, he was playing cards before his last fight.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with that art, I mean, a lot of it partakes on the ground, stuff like this. I mean, I give you a perfect example. When Anderson Silva's last loss was from a move similar to that. I mean, just basically where a guy got him in like I don't even know what the move was. And he basically was like, fuck. I slipped up, this guy caught me. And that can happen with that art, man. I mean, you can just be on the ground and somebody can get you an ankle lock or something quick. You're tapped out. You're going to be submitted. So I don't see he's going to have to worry about that with Arlovsky.
No. I'm going with Fedor. Again,
I'm going with Fedor
just
as well.
to emphasize my point.
Guys, let us know what you think. Actually, go over to uncutsports.com. Join the forum. Let us know what you think. Start getting on our MMA thread because we need some good minds over there, don't we? Yeah. Because George don't got a good mind.